Sure, I'm Todd Snitchler. I'm the chairman of the Public Utilities Commission here in Ohio. Well, we are charged with dealing with the LDCs, or the local distribution companies, and we also have pipeline safety jurisdiction for interstate pipelines and pipeline systems in the state. But with regard to natural gas vehicles, we're only really related on the side, and that is how our LDCs may get the gas from where it is on the transmission lines out to where the gas stations may be. The governor asked me if I would be willing to assist on this project because there really isn't any one agency or governmental body that has jurisdiction over NGVs or this area, and I said I'd be happy to help, Governor. So that got us started just over a year ago, and so this summit today is kind of the outcome of a lot of what we've learned in an effort to try and make sure that the industry partners who are already working in this space can further develop that relationship and also offer education about how we can get from here to where there's a greater adoption of NGV or natural gas vehicles going forward. Sure, I think there's a couple of main issues. One is the lack of infrastructure. Traditional gas stations are everywhere. You go to a street corner, there's probably 2, if not more, gas stations, and people are used to seeing that. You look at NGV or CNG stations around the state, there's only a dozen or 2. They're very disparate, they're not as well known, and so people, I think, are a little bit uncomfortable with how does that work, I'm not familiar with it, and fear of the unknown keeps them from adopting. I think the second thing is there's not a large amount of vehicle choice right now, partly because of the stations. It's a chicken and egg argument, and we're trying to create a chicken omelet here to try and answer both of those questions at the same time. Because I think once you have the supply available and a source or a number of vehicles that you can choose from, the public will start to see the value, because the difference in price between a natural gas per gallon equivalent and diesel or regular gas right now is around $2, depending on what the price is. And when you look at that based on the number of miles you drive, there is a great economic decision to be made to save money, provide a greater impact on the environment, because the discharge from an NGV is so much lower than a traditional gasoline engine that we're improving the overall climate issues with regard to the Environmental Protection Agency's non-compliance issues. And I think that's one of the other benefits that people just don't really pay attention to and really should be aware of.